All right. Okay, Leakita. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about your experience with Pathways to Wholeness.
Okay. I am a 39-year-old mother of four who I now reside at the Women's Friendship House, which is a transitional house for women coming out of prisons, rehab programs, different transitional places, you know, who need some help. So I was introduced to Pathways through the Friendship House, where I am a resident, and my experience was awesome. It was almost, for me, it was almost a spiritual kind of uplifting. The facilitators were very patient, which I hardly ever seen. So it was a first. Well, not a first, but it had been a long time since I had been around women who cared that much to help people. It was awkward in the beginning because I didn't really know how to embrace that. But once we got going, it was awesome. I learned a lot of things from Pathways, the socialization, the computers, you know, being able to, you know, set up an email and just, you know, basic skills about navigating around a computer, learning to use a flash drive. It's my first time I ever even heard of a flash drive. I still have my flash drive. And just, it was an awesome experience. The role playing with the interviews, the help that we received with the resume writing, the way that the information that we received on how to be able to pull out our assets and put them on paper, you know, because I'm gonna speak for myself, you know, I didn't believe at that time that I had, you know, anything positive to put on a resume, you know, and the facilitators worked with me, and, you know, we did a little reflecting on my life and past jobs, and they were able to help me, you know, put some experiences and abilities on paper, you know, which, you know, once I looked at it, you know, I was like, oh yeah, you know, that is right, you know. So my experience was very positive. I believe I really enjoyed it, especially the interview. Now, I enjoyed the whole thing, but the best thing for me, and the thing that I took away that will carry with me for the rest of my life, you know, were them interview tips. You know, and then saying we wasn't supposed to say a lot neither, but them interview tips, the self-presentation, your posture, things to say, things to do, you know, the way to sit, just the way to present yourself, and just the information that we received. It's just it was life changing, you know, information, because once I shortly went on an interview after that, you know, right after I completed, and I got the job, you know, but I was mindful of, you know, the things that you know, Pathways had instilled in me, you know, so I was very aware of, you know, making sure I came across, you know, in a positive manner, and I was able to sell myself.
Good. Now, are you still working?
I sure am. Since then I've got a promotion and a raise, and my boss just called me in the office yesterday, and he was like, you know, Leakita, you're doing an awesome job. You know, so I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's got to feel great.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It really does. It feels awesome.
And has the things that you've acquired from Pathways, have you been able to pass it on or share it in any way?
Absolutely. I have. Now, when I started out, I said I'm a mother of 4 children. I have a 20-year-old young man, an 18-year-old young man who's never worked, a 16-year-old daughter who's dying to work, and I have a 12-year-old son, and me and my son and my daughter actually have had discussions about interviews, and me and my son were comparing. My oldest son were comparing different. Things that happen on the interviews, questions, or how to respond. And that was another point that I like so much about the interview tips, because this information is information that I'll pass to my loved ones, to my friends, anything that will help empower you and help you get the job, or present yourself in a way that people really want to hire you.
Yeah. That's great. Now, we have our communication workshop coming up soon. Is that something that interests you, and would you participate?
I surely will. Communication has been one of my areas that I am aware needs to be tweaked. Mm-hmm. So, I'll be there. Because on my job, it's a small company, but I have to communicate with all my coworkers, including my boss, and mm-hmm. I have 2 supervisors, and people who came after me, who actually look to me to be able to tell them different things that they supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So communication is key. Yeah. So definitely I wouldn't miss that.
Yeah. Well, I got to applaud you, because I just remember throughout your whole participation in the program, not only did you really absorb it for yourself, but you were always willing to jump in and help and inspire other people too. So you have a wonderful legacy with the people that you're sharing this program, and all of us as leaders walked away gaining a lot from you. So thanks for your wonderful heart space and your absolute passion and desire to want to do this interview for us. So thank you for sharing.
No problem, Miss Benita.
Okay, thanks.
All right.